Hi there, this is Chris from MoneyHub, and this video compares the American Express Airpoints card, which is the free card, with the American Express Airpoints Platinum Card, which is the paid card. Now, we've put this video together to complement our existing guide, which we constantly update, so I won't refer to too many things which can change from time to time. It's just generally getting an understanding of what to look for if you're trying to compare these two cards. We put this video together as well because they are quite strong cards and they are quite popular. And people ask us, well, which one should I get? Of course, we can't answer that. We're not financial advisors. We don't do any of that. But, we can sort of point people in the right direction as to sort of questions to ask themselves. So without further ado, I'll just get straight into the video. There are two cards, as I said. There's the free one and there's the paid one. And what really matters is how many Airpoints you're going to earn. So with the Platinum card, you will earn for every $59 that you spend, you'll earn one Airpoint dollar. And with the free card, you'll earn one Airpoint dollar for every $100 that you spend. Now it's worth noting that since 2002, late 2022, when the Platinum cards for ANZ and for Westpac and Kiwibank and all of that changed, the free Airpoints card actually earns a higher amount per dollar spent of Airpoints than any of these other cards. We've done a separate comparison. You can see here, there's the AMEX Platinum for reference, but you can see for the ANZ Platinum Visa, it's $110 to earn an Airpoint, and then with the Kiwibank, it's $115, and then with the Westpac MasterCard, it's $110. So that's kind of worth noting because it shows you how powerful the free card is. Plus, you don't actually have to pay any fees, whereas these other cards, all have annual fees. Of course, they offer, additional benefits, but that's just something worth noting that, the earning rate is actually very high, especially because it's a free card. Now, other people will look at the bonus Airpoints on offer. The Airpoints that you'll see here, you'll get 300 bonus Airpoints dollars for the Platinum card. That means you pay the annual fee, but in the first month, they'll award you this 300 bonus Airpoints. Sorry, if it's in the first 3 months, if you meet the requirements of spending $1,500. That seems to be a long-standing offer. Sometimes it's not on there. Sometimes it's a little bit higher. But, I'm comfortable saying this within the video, knowing that it may change, but we always suggest to check the guides that we have before making any decision there to see the latest things, and also check the AMEX website. Now, with the free Airpoints card, it's a $50 Airpoint bonus, and that will be awarded within 3 months if you spend $750. So there is a difference there, and of course the annual fee is $195 for the Platinum card. The free Airpoints card, of course, as you would expect, is going to be $0 for the annual fee. Some people look at this and think, well, I might as well just get, more Airpoints dollars earned for every, $59 I spend, and I might as well get these free Airpoints, and I'll get the other perks with this, with this card, which I'll get onto in a second. Whereas others are thinking, well, I want, to earn Airpoints, but I don't want to pay money to actually do that. I'd much rather have a free card, and then I can use it wherever Amex is accepted. So your supermarkets, your retailers, so your large retailers, your petrol stations, things like that. And, and it's just kind of like, a side card. So this will really depend on what's right for you. We're not sort of able to suggest sort of anything, but it's certainly worth noting that, the earning rates are kind of similar, but the card benefits kind of similar in the fact that they beat any other card within the market. So outside of Amex, but what's right for you really just comes down to your personal needs. Now, going straight into the benefits of each card, we're just going to kind of expand on them. So the $195 is what you'll pay for the Platinum card per year, and that is charged to your card, so you'll need to pay it. And then the interest-free period is up to 55 days, and then you, as I previously said, you'll get those Airpoints bonus, and that's assuming that you make the qualifying spend. And you can also other perks here are the complimentary domestic and travel and the international travel insurance. So just to get an understanding of that, should you travel, domestically and you want to get some travel insurance, should you have sort of late flights or, cancelled with weather issues or anything like that, then what you need to do is you need to book the trip and pay the cost of it with your Amex card, and that will validate the insurance. And it's the same with the international travel insurance as well. Now, of course, if you are over a certain age or have pre-existing conditions, there are some exceptions. But for most people, that is quite convenient, and it's certainly a lot cheaper for the international than paying for a standalone policy. And what you also get is 4 lounges per year, 4 lounge passes. And just to explain that, you'll get 2 for Auckland Airport. Well, you can use those 2. They're actually priority pass ones, which you can use around the world. And, Auckland Airport has one. It's called the Strata Lounge. And that is something which, lots of airlines use as well, who don't use the Air New Zealand or the Qantas or the Emirates Lounge. And then you can use 2 lounge vouchers for Sydney or Melbourne at the Amex lounges. You can use them both yourself. You can use them for you and plus someone else in. But these don't require you to spend any money to earn them. They come every year with the card. They're just loaded onto the card. So that's quite helpful. And then there's also complimentary mobile phone screen insurance. Plus there's also purchase protection insurance as well. So if you need to know any details, have a look at the Amex site, and then you'll be able to see all the benefits there. If we have a look at the current offer, and as I said, this seldom changes. You'll see the earning rate, you'll see the international travel insurance, as well as the domestic, and you'll see the smartphone screen cover benefit. And then if we just go down here, you'll also see how you can earn status points, and you can see you'll get a Coro Lounge discount there. Then they've done some summary of basically if you spend, say, $2,500 per month, how many Airpoints will you earn per year? It looks around 500. So that's their calculation. And then there's just some further information about the eligibility. Of course, you have to be over 18. Now, if I go back to this and I will look at the other Airpoints card, so the free one, and you can see here the fee is 0, and you'll get a 19.95% interest rate for purchases. Of course, it's very much best avoided by paying the card off every month. And of course, with any credit card, unless you're prepared to do that, then it's really not worth getting a credit card at all, because the interest rates are very high for all credit cards, not just Amex. Plus, also, people can't seem to pay these balances off. We get so many emails about, long-term debt on credit cards, just not being able to bring it down despite paying every month a small amount, and it's just a very miserable experience. So I thought I'd just shout that out there whilst I compare the 2 cards. And then the interest-free period also 55 days, and then you'll get your 50 Airpoints dollars if you make the qualifying spend within the first 3 months. Now, you won't earn any status points with that. If we just have a look at the link and see what's on offer, so you can see pretty much here, you'll get your 6 months interest free for the first 6 months, and you also get some fraud protection, which is all standard with all Amex cards. But the attractive thing is really the $0 fee, and then you can see some of the sort of terms and conditions there, and also you have to be 18 or over to qualify for the card. So how does this really stack up? If you're looking at spending, so say you spend $1,500 per month on a credit card, then with the Airpoints Platinum Card, you'll earn a $305 per year, whereas with the free card, you'll spend you'll actually earn $180. But if you are looking at the fact there's a $195 fee, then you will see here that you'd actually earn more Airpoints sort of net on net, because you wouldn't have to pay for a card with the free card. And then other other spending patterns are quite sort of useful to have a look at. So if you're spending around $5,000 a month on a credit card, So that's all your groceries, that's a whole bunch of insurance costs going on that, that's your petrol, that's retail things, and anywhere that you normally do your business that takes Amex, then you are going to earn around 1,000 Airpoints per year. But at the same time, if you had the free card, you'd earn 600. So it's just worth noting that the earning rates are very generous, but what's suitable for you really is going to depend on what you're aiming for. Are you aiming for the perks beyond the card, or are you aiming for just a free card, which has the earning and actually doesn't cost you anything at all? So we've put some further guidance there, which is always worth having a look at. And then the pros and cons of Amex. I think this is really important just to outline before anyone takes it anything further. More and more cards accept Amex, so that's good. We've got a standalone guide, and it's the only zero fee Airpoints card. So if you want to earn Airpoints to be able to fly for free or use them at the Airpoint shop or whatever, then this is the only free way to do it with your everyday spend. And you can use it on PayPal. But the cons, and it's really important, you are not going to have like 100% acceptance. This is because it's not like Visa and MasterCard, which works with a lot more retailers. It's always the question of, do you take, like for some smaller retailers, most people display, if they take it, kind of like Visa and MasterCard. But it's going to be, it's going to be accepted by the petrol stations, the supermarkets, the big stores, but some independent retailers won't, and that's something that Amex is most certainly working on. Then, that's just worth knowing that you have to have a backup card or just use your debit card, FPOS or something like that. And then neither card offered the Air New Zealand lounge vouchers. That's not so much a con. That's just more kind of being aware that these aren't the same as Air New Zealand lounge vouchers. So if you're living in Dunedin, or you're living in Tauranga, or if you're living in Wellington and you want to go and use your vouchers, then you will be out of luck at those airports, just because they're not Air New Zealand lounge applicable. But now, since late 2022, no credit card is actually going to give you vouchers for Air New Zealand lounges anymore. That's been all scrapped. Previously, ANZ and Westpac and Kiwibank did offer those, but that's all gone. So that's just worth noting that those lounge vouchers which get loaded in, they are strictly for like the Amex lounges plus the Priority Pass lounges. Now, must know fees, and this is for both cards. There is a Forex fee, and it can range from 2.49% to 2.99%. So just be aware of that when you sign up, or should you sign up, sorry. And then you're not going to earn like thousands and thousands of Airpoints per year, because the earning rate is one Airpoint dollar for every $59 spent. Then you will have to spend quite a lot of money to earn over 1,000 per year, which would be around $59,000 spend, which is a lot. So this is more of a useful, they're both quite like cards that quietly earn, and, in the case of the free card, don't cost you anything, but, they're not a fast track to a free flight to Europe, or like taking the family over to Australia for free. That would take you a long time, for the average earner spending to actually earn that. And then supplementary cards are free. So should you want to get your partner or your spouse on the card and then be responsible for their bills, then you can do that. And that's quite attractive. And that's actually quite a popular option as well. Most other Visa, MasterCard, Airpoints cards actually charge a sort of annual fee for that, maybe $5 to $10 per supplementary card, whereas Amex actually does provide that for free. So thanks very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments down below, or you're welcome to send us an email to MoneyHub. We're very responsive on these matters because we want to make sure our guides and our comparisons are as comprehensive as possible. So we really do welcome anyone that leaves a message or a comment. And if you see our other videos, you'll see that we always reply very promptly, and we try to do the best to make the answers very, very clear. Thanks very much for watching, and best of luck with your credit card selection or search.